of us are free. Equality's not destiny. No, no, no turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No, no, no turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. Let love take over. Do it, baby, strut on now. 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 Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, strut on now. Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, 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 now. Let love take over. Ask girls, oh, what you prefer? You hesitate to say you're into him and her. Trapped in your own body from the inside out. Got your own tribe shit and what you're about. They trying to play you, trying to say to you, you don't know who you really are. Block out the madness of love's a habit. Every queer kid is a star. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. Let love take over. Daddy not call you by your name. Disrespected now, they do the same. If one of us is bound, none of us are free. Equality's not destiny. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. Let love take over. Do it, baby, strut on now. 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 Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, strut on now. Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, 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 now. Let love take over.
welcome everybody to another episode of Afro Sensei Show. I am Afro Sensei. If those don't know me, I am a independent electronic dance artist based out of Louisiana, Alexandria to be specific. Thank you for tuning in. If you can, please share with your friends, pop in the chat, say hi. So we can get a nice Kiki and a nice rapport going. Uh, trying to think what I did this week. This week, mostly pretty normal week this week. I just mostly worked the day job. Try to work on some music and stuff. I actually have a new video, my latest video for my new single B-Side Blues that we're gonna play tonight. It's one of our many videos we'll play tonight. We also have other artists like the Alphas, Alphas, not the Alphas, no frat, but and with this Kaya, we also have Angel Octaves, like an R&B indie pop artist. We got Arlo Parks, who's another indie pop artist. We got Joe Work, who's more on the R&B hip hop side, and then Johnny, which is kind of has similar R&B in hip hop, which I know is tonight, including myself. We got a lot of A names. We got me, we got Arlo, we got Amethyst, and we got we got some the A's are represented tonight. But yes, it's B-Side Blues. Yes, I'm very happy with how that one turned out. Lots of gold. That was the theme, which you'll see in a minute. But before that, of course, final season of Pose is still going on. We got 3 episodes left. Past 2 episodes. Last time we spoke, last show, we had the first 2 episodes, the 2 premiere episodes. Now we've had 2 more, one with Electra and then one to focus on Pray Tell last week. To me, both of the episodes were great. I think between the 2, Electra's was a little bit tighter in terms of the story because with Pray Tell story, I think they had to introduce a lot more of the characters, because they had a lot of new characters. So you had, the trio of Black motherhood that was Aunt Viv, J.K., and I didn't watch Amen, so I know her as D from the Wayans Brothers and the Mother from Friday. So, but a whole lot of Mama that we already knew, but I think was very smart on that part because if you think about it, the audience for Pose is basically, let's say young baby boomers, Gen X, and older millennials. So we all, in some way or another, either grew up with or saw those women on TV when we were younger. So we already have that sort of familiarity with them. So that was a smart move going in. Between 2, I think I said Electra's episode was a bit tighter as far as the narrative because you already sort of knew all the characters in Electra's story except for her mama. Which that was pretty tough to watch her get thrown out the house, and it wasn't all that surprising, given that we didn't really see Electra mention her mother in the past throughout the whole show. Really, they probably had like a rough history, but still to watch it is a whole other thing. And to see Electra in that state, because when we meet Electra, she's very much Dominique Devereaux-esque, but to see her in her younger days when she really didn't know who she was yet, what she was trying to come into her own, basically, it was a different thing. And sort of similar with Pray Tell, I think it was great about both the episodes is that they kind of they show how they sort of coming out experience, obviously with Electra being trans and Pray Tell being gay. There's some slight differences, but the idea of the coming out experience not exactly being the same because Electra always was thrown out her house. But in terms of Pray Tell's case, he just kept going to New York, and then one weekend he didn't come back. Obviously because he had some drama with the church, which that's of course really spoke to me, having grown up in church myself. Even though the eras are different, sadly the story was similar. I didn't run away from home, but still had to deal with some bullshit basically. I loved both episodes. Really had some great music. Of course, it's always saying that to me. In terms of Pray Tell's story with Vernon, the guy, the former Lower Term pastor, I knew he wasn't coming. Like they kind of teased out that maybe he'll come, but I was like, nah, he ain't coming. It's like you don't go from I've beaten my demons, quote unquote, like to all of a sudden you really run away with this man to New York for the last months of his life. That was too much of a leap for me. That they thinking he would go from where he was to all of a sudden going to New York, and what you gonna do? He gonna go to the ball? I mean, how's that gonna work? Exactly. But nevertheless, speaking of that, of course, devastating to see that Pray Tell only has 6 months to live. To me, I don't think they'll show him dying on the show. I think they'll probably, I don't think they'll do that too, especially after Candy, but you never know because Pose doesn't shy away from that stuff. I think what will happen is in the epilogue of the last episode, you'll see like Blanca and everybody else over his grave probably after at the time has passed. They'll probably show that instead of showing him actually dying or like they did with Cubby. I just don't see them doing that. But if they do, Billy Porter gonna sell, don't sell the shit out of it because Billy be acting. So speaking of Billy, of course, there's another thing. Big thing speaking with him was that he came out about his HIV status, which I thought was very brave and very powerful. If you have time after this show, uh, you can go over. I would recommend you go over to the Hollywood Reporter and read his interview with them, and also watch his interview with Tamron Hall. He's posted several clips of it on his IG page, and also she's posted clips of it too. Very powerful interview. He just talks about his past and how it sort of informed his career and his approach, and how Pose kind of helped him uh, have a way to express all that his own status through the character of Pray Tell, really his status. So I thought that was a really beautiful way he put it. But in the comments, Kiki Boniki, what do you think about Pose? Have you been watching Pose? What do you think about this season? So for me so far, I think it's pretty strong when you say we're only getting 7 episodes. We shot. uh, you love it? Okay, yeah, I love it too. Yeah, I think they're doing a pretty good job. Of course, the period details and the music is great this season too. Are you behind? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry if I spoiled it for you. Anything. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, hopefully I didn't ruin it for you. Oh yeah, it does look good. Yeah, it looks look great. Like I said, I wish we get more than 7 episodes, but what we gotten so far has been really great. I think showing the backstories of like Electra and Rachel, because we're kind of seeing uh Damon and Ricky, and then the younger ones, India and Lulu, kind of stumble and develop in real time. But we haven't seen that, and to an extent with Blanca, we haven't seen that so much for Electra and Pray Tell. So that's kind of good to see where they started and what makes them them. Both what's great about them and what's like flawed about them. So, oh, good, no worries. All right, great, great, great. But yeah, next episode, according to the teaser, it looks like Blitz gonna be running some drugs, which I'm not, that could go either way because the last episode's been so character driven. Like I said, I throw in some like some stunts, for lack of a better word, to kind of amp things back up, action back up. Even though let you have plenty of drama in her episode though. But we'll see how that turns out. So yes, yes, I heard. Anybody else here that Lich maybe getting her like a prequel series? I saw some like I'm not sure if that's like fan rumors or like legit rumors or like a legit thing that she may be getting her own like prequel series. I don't know. If she does, I mean that'd be great. But people talk, so you never know. But yeah, see what they do a pose on Sunday's episode and see where they take us before they wrap things up. So, uh, but I know also one thing, last thing about Billy. I know Billy has it could be a major. It could be, yeah. I think um, it depends on how far they want to take it though. Because I mean, for one episode, I could suspend my my belief, my disbelief that Dominique is a teenager. But if that was an actual series, I don't know if I could do that over a course of a series because as beautiful and flawless as she is, she clearly is not 19 or 20. So they may have to hire like a younger actress to play a younger version of her, and they maybe just give like some flashbacks, maybe, or because I just it's sort of like what was that, to go way back? It'd be like when Diana Ross played Dorothy. You know what I mean? Like I mean, yeah, it's Diana, it's Ross, but she wasn't Dorothy age. She by that point she was mid 30s. She was 16, 17. You know, but yeah, who knows? So maybe I could be wrong about that. So um, all right, so we maybe talk about post a bit more as the show goes on. But first things first, let's get into our first video of the night. This is my new video for my current single, B-Side Blues. Also, the remix came out today. Both are available on all your streaming platforms. But we're going to get into my video for, like I said, the latest single. And this is B-Side Blues. So.
wasn't love at first sight. Little by little we moved under the same spotlight, learning the other's rhythm till we mastered one groove. Got lost in the music as our repertoire grew. Now it's a different beat and I'm on to left feet. DJ's playing something brand new. I found my way back to the floor eventually. Without you, without you. Ooh. Of our memories just weren't enough. Trying to learn a new tune, it didn't make the cut. A solo wasn't innocent, but yet here we are. Now it's a different beat and I'm on to left feet. DJ's playing something brand new. I'll find my way back to the floor eventually. Without you, without you. Ooh. Lots of romance, like the stepping of the moves by a heart. Long as the beat knocks, pretend we'll never part. Ooh, I'm dancing, but I'm being without you. Ooh.
My video for my latest song, B-Side Blues. That was actually filmed like the last, well, last video, like the last video of Injury, like that was filmed at my house. Basically what we did was we filmed, you know, those gold strips you see people run over at weddings when they run down the aisle. I thought, well, we put it up against the wall. So we put it against the wall to kind of give you that reflective sheen to everything. And then, of course, to complement the wardrobe with like the gold shoes, the black uncle shoes, as I call them, because I am somebody's uncle. So there you go. But you know, with the gold paisley cummerbund and the bow tie, everything else, I want everything to kind of feel like this kind of gilded gold dance floor, basically. And I had someone locally who makes resin art. craft the dance floor, basically the things you see me laying down on. And then, fun fact, the gold record was actually a vinyl edition of Mariah Carey's Butterfly, basically. And the connection to that was one of the first house songs I remember hearing and really being attached to was the Fly Away reprise from the Butterfly album, if you remember that. Yes, come on, Lamb. Yes, Lambs. Yes, that album. Yeah, because the album had Butterfly, The Roof, Breakdown, Baby Doll. If you know the album tracks, the album cuts. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you, Kiki Buniki. So yeah, I really wanted this. Lyrically, the song's kind of definitely inspired by like Robin dancing on my own, but then also musically, it's also inspired by like Chicago House and also like artists like Chow and Trey, the type of style where it's like a little bit of mix of like house, but also like kind of hip hop in terms of like some of the music style, but also some of the attitude. So it definitely was, all blended together. I think it really came together really well too. So that was shot by a local director who Vintage Prince Photography. She's on IG as well. If you want to look her up, she does still photography and video and cover art. She also the cover art as well for the single, which is really great. The kind of retro feel to it. So yeah, really happy with how all that turned out. And then, like I said, the video is out on YouTube and the song is out on all the streaming platforms. And the remix came out today. So the remix is also a house track, but more up tempo. Because a little bit less laid back than the original. Both of them are great. So yeah, that's B-side blues. I just want to talk about. Oh, okay. So I got some news. Uh, for those who don't know, another reboot is afoot. This time it is a reboot of the Wonder Years, which if you remember the Wonder Years, I was sure that was kind of. I'm surprised I remember Wonder Years. That was pretty early, from 1988 to about 93. That was when the original came on with Fred Savages, aka Ben Savage, but fuck Ben Savage because he was hostile to Angela from Boy Meets World. I actually played her. She got stories about them, him, her, and Topanga, and Eric, but he apologized. Not Sean, thank God. But anyway, basically the show is a reboot of the series that originally ran. Teaser is about a black family instead in the 60s. And also the narrator is Don Cheadle, his fine self. And they say the show basically teaches answer the guy from Suits, but I can't remember his actual name. The guy from Suits, and I know him from Ballers. He's plays the dad. But the kid who's been cast as Dean is Henry Danger, I guess from a Nickelodeon show. He's been cast as Dean, and basically it'll be like the original where the grown-up version, in this case Don Cheadle, narrates sort of his life back then. From what I saw in the teaser, it kind of looks like they're gonna kind of mix sort of the nostalgia part, maybe with a little bit of what was more the serious things that were happening. Because the trailer just shows him like playing baseball and getting his first kiss, and wanting his dad's sort of approval, all the sort of classic sort of childhood things. So nothing heavy necessarily in the trailer. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, because it is going to be through a child's perspective. Well, an adult looking back as a child. So it doesn't necessarily need to be, super, super heavy. But I think they'll probably touch on it here and there, I guess, for what's happening. Maybe maybe use the dad as like a surrogate to sort of explain what's happening and why. I would think, I think that would probably work best in terms of like still keeping sort of the child's sort of point of view, but also showing the adult point of view about it, and having maybe Don reflect on how he sort of has realized what was happening then and what it means now. I guess I wonder who's going to be the version of Winnie Cooper, because I always had she was the one for the original for Kevin, so I wonder who's going to be that for this, and will they have a Paul, an older brother? I know. Well, what I see is he has an older sister instead of an older brother, so that's different. So yeah, and no third sibling, because in the original you had the older brother and you had the older sister, was kind of the rebel. So yeah, so we see how it goes. I don't know about the theme song. I don't know, because to me that Battle of Help with My Friends doesn't really mesh with this. If they're gonna really reboot it, it doesn't seem like it will work as well to me. I'm not sure what could they change it to. I'm not sure. Maybe some Temptations maybe, or a little bit of Four Tops. I don't know. Smokey Robinson maybe, a little Marvin Gaye. I don't know. It depends. Oh, random fact. Speaking of Marvin, today is 50 years since What's Going On came out. Just FYI. obviously great album and it applies to what's going on then and definitely applies to what's going on now. So, but anyway, yeah, I don't know what the theme song will be. What do you think the theme song should be? Give me some suggestions. Give me some give me some like mid late '60s pop songs. Love Child, maybe, I don't know. Like, no, that doesn't really fit though. Oh, you know what would fit if you want to stick with the Supremes. You Can't Hurry Love. That'd be a good one because it's upbeat. It's kind of fancy. You know, it kind of gets the mood going. It's still like of that era, and it's definitely of the era, obviously. That would be a good one. Can't Hurry Love. John Legend, yeah, John Legend could be. Yeah, he could do like a retro track, or even Stephen Colbert's musical director who did Soul. He'd be a good one. Yeah, Diana. Yes, Diana. Yeah, You Can't Hurry Love. That'd be a good. I think that'd be a good track opening, like, theme track. What else? Oh, I don't know the name of that song actually. Is that a song from that era? Kiki? Oh, Love Child, yeah. Love Child, that could work. Yeah, it's up tempo, definitely. Yeah, I can see that. Uh, but what else? Well, we'll do one more, then we get to the next video. What about what's that? Temptations. I know you wanna leave it. Ain't you proud to beg? The only reason I think of that because what was that scene in the movie, in the TV movie, where they were like, they had kicked David out of the group, and then they were about to sing the last song with the new singer Dennis, and then David just stole the mic and just like it was like, I know you want to leave me, and then tried to run off after he was done, but it was too late. Yeah, if anybody remember, it's one of the '90s miniseries that was. I'm talking about the Temptations miniseries that was on I guess NBC or ABC at the time. But yeah, anyway, that could be a good track, because anybody come to see Otis. Anyway, but yeah, I may watch the first episode and see how it is, because I was really at least my really main reason I was into the first one because my parents were really into it. My mom particularly, she all used to watch it, so I may watch this one too. So you never know. But yeah, it looks promising. So we'll see how that is. Let's get into our next video. Our next video comes from a duo, Alphas. Kind of really high energy track and really like super high energy, really colorful video too. This is let's get into the Alphas, and this track is Dynamo. So the Alphas, Dynamo.
Shit with an attitude, better just know it. She don't know what to say, she don't know how to play. She no shade when she don't get away, then say at the end of the day, yeah. She ain't no fighter, make a bitch stand outside her, tell her to zip up the grip. She ain't no fighter, she never been in my rider. Too busy all in my plans, never no hate in my plans. I just wanna be that bitch. She's a beach with no sand, never 100 no crime.
Bella lemonade for $9.99. The lemonade that leaves the saying. The lemonade that can't be topped and leaves your tongue licking the bottom. Luca Bella pussy puffs for free. 99. You get a pussy puff. You get a pussy puff.
Amanda, I do not understand ya. How you act the fool, then be making mad demands. Amanda, I do not understand ya. Always hella rude, then be fucking up the plan.
Alphas with Dynamo. Really great, like I said, really great up tempo track. Good track, I guess since now things starting to open back up, ready to go out. That's a go out track. That's a track, put that on when you're getting dressed, laughing, Kiki and whatever. That's one of those tracks. Really great group. They're on IG if you want to follow them. They go by the Alphas Music on IG. I actually met in London about a little over 10 years ago, actually. You got Fabian from Germany and Jermaine from UK, and it's really, and I think because of their backgrounds, the musical backgrounds, they really kind of blend different styles together visually and things like that. So, really good blend of sort of style and also fun and substance. So, that was Alphas with Dynamo. Let's see what this. Another track that could work for the 1 year's reboot for the intro. I think another track that could work is "Ain't No Mountain High Enough," the original. Because of course, the Dynamics version is remake is iconic, but I think it's a little too slow for an intro. I think the Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell one would work really well as an intro. Because everybody knows it. It's been used in like a bunch of movies and stuff, like Remember the Titans and all that stuff. So I think that one would really work, to kind of as a good entry point for everybody to get into the show. So yeah, just a couple thoughts about that. So I think what's going on TV wise. Trying to think what shows they got happening. I'm very excited that Atlanta's finally filming their third season. Don Glover's been posting clips of some pictures of them filming the third season in Europe. Well, little clips too. They're filming it in Europe because if you watch Atlanta, which if you haven't, I would beseech you to give it a try. The second season ended with the characters going to Europe. I won't give everything away, but they went to Europe for something. And so they're filming in Europe for the third season. So I guess they're going to continue right where they left off. Because last season was in 2018, which is like, in modern pop culture terms, like 1,000 years. But yeah, so I'm excited to see what they do with the third season, and see where they go with the characters. Because that show is just like, you never know what it's going to be. It's like it's kind of based in realism, but it's also going to be very surreal and strange. Sometimes it can be kind of dark. Sometimes it could be kind of slapstick. It could be, you never know what you're going to get when tuning into that show. So I would encourage folks to watch it if you haven't watched Atlanta. But yeah, they're filming the third season now, so it'd be great to see. And also noticed that Insecure is filming their final season, 5th season. So gotta let that one go as well, along with Pose. So it's just what happens with TV. You get attached and time to go. Insecure, it's ending. Your 5th season. A bunch of the cast posted pictures of like the final script today. I think Yvonne Orhe did, Jay Ellis did, and also Natasha Rothwell, who plays Kelly. She also posted a pic of the last script, the last episode. So what happened with Issa and Lawrence? My guess, if I had to guess, I think they'll end up together, maybe. Because I think they're together. I feel like, baby aside, I feel like they got so much history and they've been through so much, and they've grown individually as people, that I feel like Issa could wrap her mind around, being with him and baby. I feel like she could do it. Nope. No, you evil. Maybe not. Maybe she won't. Maybe she can't. Or maybe she can't. It depends. I think if she feels trapped into it, then no. But I think if she kind of has her time to sit with it and kind of make her own peace with it, then she can. Then she'll be able to do it. I think it all depends on how they sort of portray it and how they go about sort of figuring this out. I think if he reacts in a way that pushes her away, or like says it does something that kind of makes her feel like, well, you gotta choose somehow, or you gotta if he does something stupid to kind of alienate her, and then she probably wouldn't be with it. But if not, I think I could see her trying to do it. Now, Molly's fate, who knows, child? Because Molly, she can dress though. Mama can dress. I mean, Molly. I don't know. You know. Of course, you got still got Tiffany and Derek, and then you got Kelly, but and see what happened with them. But yeah, who knows? I think Molly, I think maybe Molly's thing will be she'll kind of start to really be happy with herself, and then she'll kind of finally attract the man that she wants and that she's ready for. Because in the first season she was really thirsty, and then in the second season she kind of was like off men in general. Then in the third season she but no, it was the Dro thing. She tried to think with Dro, the open thing, which was wrong for her, which that happens. And then that didn't work. In the third season she of course met Andrew, and then she really was fucking that up. But then fourth season she tried as much as she could, but she just was trying to force it and it just wasn't working. They both of them had some of their own issues, but and so we'll see what happens with Molly. But Mama can dress. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, insecurity, so yeah. But of course, Issa's involved. The real Issa is involved in like 1,000 different things. So like she's going away. So, and everybody else on the show is really talented. So of course they'll be around. But yeah. But we'll get into our next video. Our next video comes from another another A artist. This is a video came across, that I really liked. It kind of actually reminds me kind of those like kind of early 2000s, maybe late 90s for the videos. With the sort of aesthetic of it and the color, the tone of it, the light and shadows of it. This artist is Amethyst Kaya, and this is a song called Black Myself. So let's get into that. This is Amethyst Kaya, and this is Black Myself.
I'm tired of walking around with no shoes on, 'cause I'm black.
All right, and that was Amethyst Kaya with Black Myself. Like I said, a really different aesthetic than what you know kind of currently seeing with a lot of videos. It's really kind of a throwback to me, like this like 90s, early 2000s. Um, to me, and her voice, of course, you can sing. To me, her voice is kind of a mix of like Tracy Chapman, but also like Howlin' Wolf. That that if you ever watched old clips, Melissa Etheridge, yeah, okay, yeah. If you ever watched the old clips of Howlin' Wolf when he was performing like that, that's, I can't get back that growl going, but yeah, just like that kind of really deep, heavy, bluesy sound. But yeah, that's from her upcoming album, Wavy plus Strange. I'm sorry, Wary plus Strange, which is coming out soon. So if you want to look her up online, of course she's on IG. She also has her own website. I think she's on Facebook as well, SoundCloud, YouTube. So yeah, look her up. She's got a couple of more songs that are really great as well. So that was Amethyst Kaya, Black Myself. Let's see what else we can talk about. Talk about TV. So we talk about some. Well, speaking of TV, we get into this. This is some news I think could be very entertaining to watch at the very least. Little John, as in Little John, the East Side Boys, Crunk Era, ATL, has got his own home renovation show on HGTV. And the name of the show, of course, which perfectly, is going to be titled Little John Wants to Do What? Well, hopefully with that tone at the end, because if not, what the fuck are we doing? Just like, yeah, it's a little, so the name of the show is called Little John Wants to Do What? And it will have Little John offering skeptical homeowners startling unconventional home renovation ideas that seem impossible to execute. And one example sees John hollowing out a basement for the purpose of installing a fully decked out speakeasy, which, okay. Oh, yes, with the glasses on and the film come too, I hope. I mean, because again, without the glasses and the pen cup, what the fuck are we doing? But also co-starring in the program will be Anitra McCaden of the DIY Network, and also so she's going to be his co-star. I guess she'll provide a little bit of the more technical aspect of things. Maybe I haven't heard of her. I'm not as well aware of her. So, this Little John Wants to Do What? It's shooting in this month in the Atlanta area. And some more ideas they have for stuff. Apparently, going to be removing a ceiling to expand the height of the living room to accommodate a huge new windows. To go in the basement to add a fully decked out speakeasy, like I said before. They're going to push homeowners out of their comfort zones with ingenious renovations and ideas that are sure to inspire daring and dramatic transformations. HGTV said in a statement. Of course, they quoted Lil Jon as saying, "I love walking into someone's house and turning it upside down. When people hear my name, they automatically think fun. That same energy goes for my designs as well. I don't love following design trends. I'd rather be a trendsetter," Lil Jon said his own statement. Okay. Oh, well, see, he had talking about his own home. I guess he said his Georgia home has a roomy kitchen, granite table countertops, cherry cabinets, fireplace, a big stove, and a little grill on it. A Sub-Zero refrigerator, and a TV, and a dining bar. Now, the show itself is set to debut this summer. So yeah, like I said, definitely sounds like something that you could watch. Like I said, the title alone, then what? Because I mean, like I said, you can think about it like what they say, a speakeasy. There's one episode. You could put it in like a boom boom room, like Outkast had, or like a Big Boy had in his house for careers. You want to go way back. You can put in a little diner downstairs, sell some like chicken wings and shit, like some lemon pepper wet, like that lemon pepper wet chicken wings with nice side of fries and some hush puppies. That could be his own thing. Hire your little staff at the top at the clock in and out. I don't know. Do what you do. Bowling alley, of course. Laser tag, of course. But check out anything that meets like 12 to 18, 19-year-old boy standards that they could fit into a house. Make me home, yeah. Lemon pepper wet. I mean, speaking of Atlanta, that was the first episode. What else could they put in that's kind of crazy but also kind of cool? Because you got the speakeasy, you got bowling alley, you got indoor dining. Oh, put a chicken and waffles downstairs. So I'll, make it work. Make it work. I don't know. Just do, do something. Downtown Abbey. Okay. All right. All right. Like sophisticated tea time. Maybe if you want to do like a swimmer bar. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Huh. Describe that to me actually. What would be the swimmer bar? Like a underwater bar, or what does that mean? What would that entail? Oh, hey, Grace, if joins us in the chat. Hey, how you doing? To me, swimming bar sounds like it would be like underwater. Oh, bar in the pool. Okay, in the pool. Okay, all right. Huh. Oh, what about it could be kind of it could be kind of tedious. What about like like a dumb waiter bring up food? Oh, a bar inside. Okay, a bar inside the swimming pool. Okay, all right. Yeah, that could be unique. Yeah, definitely. What about you want to get retro? What about a saloon? If there's a saloon, somebody pop in there, just like pop to like the little wooden double doors, like the Wild Wild West, to quote Kumo D. Um, that could be fun. Or you do like a whole Great Gatsby theme and shit, where it's like everybody walk in, you just like just go and shit, yeah, real Metropolis. That's the thing. Fritz Lang, yes, real Fritz Lang Metropolis, aka also Madonna's Express Yourself, as far as inspiration goes for that. Okay. Oh, all right, sand and everything. All right, yeah, you can see that. No, okay. Or if you wanted to go like video game / Comic-Con geek route, you could have like a whole like Star Trek restaurant like they have out in Vegas, or like a Star Wars restaurant and shit, and have them be like have like Sith Lord syrup. You can like sit you down, like say like something dark side, and like sit you sit you down in the mix. Would you like a side of fries with your something dark side shake? Just like, oh my god. All right. That'd probably get too expensive at your house, but it'd be a nice fantasy. Yeah, who's gonna be saying? Yeah, if you got sand in the house, who's gonna be saying? Because ain't gonna be me. I can clean it up. I know that's right. No sand in this house. You got nerve. Oh, Android 6 power. Oh, actually, Android 6 remind me of DB's Dragon Ball Z, because you had Android like what was it, 18, 19 or whatever. You know, but Pup Room. Or if you want to do like a whole retro theme, like a retro like 50s, 60s Playboy Mansion-esque sort of thing, but without all the grossness. Or what if you could like create like a whole like district, like a whole like mini like Chinatown downstairs or whatever, or like a Tokyo fashion district. I don't know. Maybe that sounds something like Miranda Priestley would do, like with her free time. If she was like a splurger, if you think about it, That's all. But anyway, we moving on to our next artist of the night. Crazy. Okay, I haven't. I have to admit, I have not seen Crazy Rich Asians, which I feel like that's one of those movies I keep saying I'm going to get around to see it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet. But yeah, I could totally. Well, see that. Yes, I do need to. Yeah, I'm bad me. Yes, I do need to. Yeah, I would tune in to watch that show Lil Jon, just to see what they come up with, because it's going to be just everything. Yeah, the fashion. Okay, yeah, all right, I can get into definitely fashion. We get to our next artist of the night. This artist came across on, I think, LGBT Underground. Again, great page on IG, on Instagram. This artist is definitely a nice R&B pop mix, pop sound. I think, but definitely more R&B. But this artist, let's get into his video. This is Angel Octaves, and the name of the song is Desire. So this is Angel Octaves with Desire.
increasing, getting higher. Imagine the good things that come from honesty. And I know we could play these games, run away from what really matters. Aren't you sick and tired? Say it, what you want from me. Say it, the one is of ecstasy. The way your hands run through my body make this a melody or something on repeating cycles. I can't fight it, you can't fight it, I can't desire.
All right, and that was Angel Octaves with Desire. Like I said, really great R&B track. That's that. What you call it? I don't know. That's that cognac music. That's that music where you just lay back on the couch, pour out something. That's that in your feelings. That's that in your feelings type of R&B right there. That's that like that. It's like you got to just pull it up. Surrenders the emotion. But again, actually, some fun facts about Angel Octaves. He actually used to perform under the name Violent Vendetta, which kind of like it sounds like it could be like a really cool, like provocative, like art rock side project. But but that's what he used to perform with his first alias. He released an EP called Love around 2019. But No Desire is the current single, and hopefully get to see what he does next, because I really like that track Desire, and see what he comes up with next musically. Again, you can follow him on IG at Angel Octaves. Really great track, really, like I said, really laid back, emotional, melodic, romantic R&B. So, which is necessary, which is needed and necessary. So. And just real quick, thank you to Anita D. King for loving my jewelry. Actually, this is a jewelry that a local designer made me here in Alexandria called Cal's Creation. She made this for me for a photo shoot for my second album, Joy Fantastique. I wore this on the cover, and I also wore this on in the video for one of the songs for the Joy Fantastique. And also, even this jacket. This jacket is from a local designer. She made it for me. Miss Geneva. She made this jacket for me. So, this red jacket, faux fur. Just FYI. So don't come for me. Unless I send for you. So yeah, support local. Yes. So yeah, all the jewelry is jewelry and the outfit and the jacket is locally made. So, let's see, what else can we talk about? Let's see. So we talked about Lil Jon, talked about Wonder Years, talked about random TV stuff. Anybody heard any new music, any new tracks, any new albums, anything like that people been playing nonstop? What are the cool jams are you listening to? Actually, one artist I just started to get into was I think Victoria Monet, I believe, but I think she's pretty popular though. I'm getting into the party still, but I think she's really good. Victoria Monet, if anybody hasn't listened to her yet, it's kind of R&B, a little bit of pop, a little bit of electronic. I just got paid. I haven't heard of that. Her just got paid. Ellie Erie. I haven't heard of that. The album. But that sounds interesting though. English thing. Okay. Sounds interesting. Oh well. Switch gears slightly. So in the pop realm, but switching to film a bit. This month marks 30 years since Madonna's Truth or Dare was released. You know, which, you know, if you think about the modern era of like reality TV and pop star documentaries, is kind of a template if you think about it. It was released 30 years ago, I think Monday, as of Monday, and you know, across the world it was called In Bed with Madonna, because they don't play Truth or Dare, but yeah, you know, definitely an iconic documentary, and you know, in terms of, like I said, all documentaries think about since then with like Lady Gaga and Katy Perry and Billie Eilish and even maybe Beyonce's the one she did, Life's But a Dream, all those things. Yeah. Okay. Maniza. Okay, a Russian feminist rap star, incorporates traditional folk music with modern lyrics about. Oh, okay, that does sound interesting. Yeah. Rapping folk. Okay. Huh. Broke. Don't ignore that. Okay, but she does sound interesting. Yeah. Okay. Huh. I may check her out. Yeah. Real quick on Truth or Dare. What will really be a good anniversary present for the fans anyway is if they could find that footage from the Paris shows they filmed for the movie, and you know, give that whole show out to us as a gift. You know, supposedly it's lost, but you know, my guess is I don't think it's really lost. I think someone has that footage, but somehow it's been a falling out through the years, and until the falling out is, you know, mended, we don't have the footage. But I guess for them we had to put it up on YouTube and watch it. But I guess okay, I definitely will look into Maniza, because that does sound like a very interesting combination of folk music with modern lyrics. Kind of would take sort of a bit of a different genre, different style, but like an Amy Winehouse in a way, because she was like very much of a throwback in terms of her image, in terms of the music, but in terms of the lyrics, she was totally modern in the way she approached the lyrics. So they kind of clash of what seems like it should be a clash, but it actually fit really well together. Yeah. Just talking about. All right, so we can get well. I guess we get on to our next thing, our next video. And if you have any other music recommendations, you can definitely put more of them in the chat, and we can talk about them. And of course, if you have any people you want me to any videos you'd like me to play for me, particular artists, you can always email me at afrosensei@gmail.com. That's afrosenseishow@gmail.com. And or anybody who think that may be a good fit for the show as far as interviewing somebody, you know, send them to me as well, because we didn't have a guest this week, but I think we'll have one next show. I see a couple of people that just put some videos out, and hopefully I can reach out to them and they'll be willing to talk to me. So we can get to our next video. Not an artist with, well, yes, but actually another artist with an A name. So the A's have it tonight. This artist, I came across her music. I think it was on, I want to say maybe the Q Reviews, which is another great site for LGBTQ artists. You know, finding new artists, finding new music. This artist, her music definitely falls under like indie pop and a bit of R&B. This is Arlo Parks with Caroline. So let's get into that. This is Arlo Parks with Caroline.
Caroline, I swear to God I tried. I swear to God I tried. Caroline, I swear to God I tried. I swear to God I tried. Swear to God I tried. I swear to God I tried. flushed with defeated rage. Then he spilled his coffee as he frantically explained. Maybe if you took a breath, you would hear me when I talk to you. Threw her necklace in his face, eyes so bright with disappointment. I saw something inside her break. Everybody knows the feeling. Suddenly he started screaming. As she ran, panicking and weaving through the crowds on Oxford Street. Watched his world dissolve in his hands. Tried to roll a blunt, then put his head between his knees. Maybe if she took a breath, she would know I did it over her. Somehow stop her leaving.
And that was Arlo Parks with Caroline. Definitely a switch and move from the previous tracks. That track, you know, very like weekend afternoon behavior. You know, that track is like if you were like want to go on like a long train ride and you wanted to smoke like a big fat blunt before you did it, so you just be cooling out, like you just smoke a big one. Maybe you smoke the first half of it first, then you get on the train, somebody look at you like you smile back like, yeah, girl, I'm settling in. Shoot, I'm on a train, but I'm flying, bitch. You know. Anyway, but that was like, you know, definitely a mood and very like serene and kind of like so a track you would really sit with, you know, on a more serious note. That was definitely like, you know, Arlo Parks with Caroline. It's from her current album, current release. Oh, I'm sorry, current release is A Collapse in Sunbeams. If I read my own handwriting, it's A Collapse in Sunbeams. Is her current album. Definitely like an indie pop sound. Her influences are very varied. Solange is an influence, Radiohead, Portishead. So definitely you can feel that alternative sort of, but still sort of indie pop sensibility in her music. Let's get into no, I'm gonna save it. All right, I'm gonna save it for later. Oh yes, Portishead, definitely, yeah, Portishead. Trying to think, I could hear a little, definitely hear a little Solange too, like a little bit of around, what was the EP? True, I think was the EP when she kind of went a little bit of synth pop. before she released a seat at the table. So I can see a little bit of the era of Solange as well. So well, really quickly, of course, it's music related. The inductees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame were announced. Tina Turner got in. Praise. Also, Jay-Z will be inducted first year. And also, I think Ella Cool J will be inducted. And I want to say, who else? I'm missing somebody. The Go-Go's, which again, praise. Good documentary about them on Showtime, by the way, if you want to pull it up, or Amazon Prime, yeah, Amazon Prime. But yes, finally with Tina Turner, yes, rolling down the river, thank God. If you haven't watched that documentary about her, it's a very good documentary about her, about Tina that came on HBO. Very good. She took part in it. She, as much as you think you know about Tina, because she's been very open about her life, it's sort of like a different perspective than now, maybe because she is older and she's pretty much retired. She's like looking back over her career and her life. It's like a different, she's bringing it's a different tone to it to me, different tone than the movie was, which she didn't 100% agree with at the time it was released. But yeah, yay to Turner, yay to the Go-Go's and Jay-Z, LL as well, sexy ass. I am disappointed that Mary J missed out her first round. I think she was nominated, but I know she'll get in. Speaking of Mariah gets snubbed again, which to get into the why. My personal reason why I think that is because I think Mary would get in before Mariah, and the reason for that is because Mary falls under the like Aretha Franklin and to an extent Tina Turner mode of soul diva with drama. And for better or worse, rock critics eat that shit up. They do. It's either soul diva with drama or like tough rock chick who's sexy but not too sex kittenish. Think like Debbie Harry, Chrissy Hynde, Linda Ronstadt, that whole Stevie Nicks, that whole thing. It's either or. And if you don't fall into that, then if you're more like the female pop singer, more of like a Whitney or a Janet or Madonna, even Madonna, but she was an exception, I guess, because she got in the first time. But like the female pop singers have a tougher road to go in terms of really getting in where they fit in as far as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame does. Oh, Whitney's in. Whitney is in. Is she? Yeah, she is. She's in. Yeah, she's in. But I was saying that I think female like pop singers had a hard time getting in than the soul divas with drama and the rock girls do. The women in rock do. Not because women in rock are anything against them. It's because I think they're more palatable to the people who vote on those committees. Which, if I had to guess, tend to probably be like old dudes who like don't understand, what makes Mariah or a female pop singer so great. Someone like in the mode of Mariah. Because you think about it, especially after coming out with her book, her autobiography, like Mariah's life is just as gritty, if not more so, than Mary J. Blige's is. But the way she was presented and the way her style and her songs is more, it's a little more sheen to them than Mary's music has been overall. And so I think in a way that kind of hurts her in terms of when it comes time to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Oh yeah. Oh, Mary has stories. Like you're talking about biopics. That's the biopic that we need because, to quote Truth or Dare. Yeah, that needs to be its own Netflix series. The Kim and Mary. Oh yeah. If you could divide it up. Divide like first season, pre-life, pre-fame, Yonkers, all that. Second season, 90s. Well, second and third season could be 90s. Second season could be like early to mid 90s. Third season could be like mid to late 90s. Then you got like after the drama where it's like 2001 to like 2010, whatever, with Ken do bitch ass, and then you got like the last season where she is living her best life as she enters her fifth decade. But yeah, Mary, think who's all in the mix. You got Puffy, you That's a crazy time. You got Puffy, you got Kim, you got Faith, you got Salt and Pepper in there because she was friends with them. You got Latifah probably in the mix. You got who else? You got Missy before she blew up because she was friends with all them with Devontae Swing and everybody else in the Swing Mob. You got that part of the mix. Oh, Method Man, yep, another fine ass man, definitely. Aging very well. So yeah, that could be a good biopic series. They're together right now on the Showtime on Power, which again I know this may be a shock, but I've never watched an episode of Power. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ladies Night, definitely. Ladies Night, yeah, with Brad, Kim, Left Eye, rest in peace, and also Mary was in the video. Yeah, Mary was in the mix doing her hitting that dance and that. I remember watching Angie Martinez, definitely, yeah. Everybody was in that video too. You got to escape. Angie, you didn't like Angie's outfit? What she having, like a tracksuit or something? Oh, Mary, I didn't mind her dress at the time. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, it wasn't her best look ever, but I just, I didn't. It wasn't a debacle. Because I guess to me that they weren't, because it wasn't really her video. She was kind of just in the back, getting her life as Mary does, But yeah, that was a good one. Everybody's in the picture. She was in there. Latifah was in there. Escape was in there. Taj from SWV was in there. Of course, Missy was in there because she did the track. She did the track. She sang on it, but she rapped at the end too. So oh, what a night. This is being like Mike. He used to play it all the time on BET, like every night. That and The Rain. Who had beef with Patty? Missy had beef with Patty? Missy had beef or Mary had beef? Oh, okay. She said because she wasn't gonna be singing just like Patti LaBelle or something. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, have they made up? Okay, all right, yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah. On my own, But anyway, I mean, I don't think she meant it as an offensive thing. I think she was kind of just joking, like, because Missy got that, kind of wise ass, kind of, to the left sense of humor. To me, it's like she would just, you ain't gonna have me on who's saying like Patty, be like, just a joke. But, legends take it how they will as they do, and thankfully it's all been straightened out. Oh, now speaking about somebody who has stories, Patty would have stories. Because you think about Patty, Diana Ross and Supremes and Motown and everybody, and she was friends with she was friends with Phyllis Hyman. She got so Phyllis. Ooh, a good one though. But who else? She was friends with Luther. I think she knew David Bowie. I think, Luther knew David Bowie, but so who else she knew? Of course, she got stories about Mariah. She got stories about Dionne Warwick, and Dionne don't give a fuck no more on Twitter. You seen anybody's following Dionne on Twitter? Dionne's like, I'm 80, I don't give a damn about nothing. Who's playing Dionne? Dionne wants Tiana Taylor to play her, which would be fantastic. That needs to happen expeditiously, to quote one Clifford Harris. What are we doing? Let's get back to our main task at hand. We'll get back to our biopic ideas. Okay, so this next artist is another bop. Little change and move from our last track that we played. This artist is him and Carson on Instagram as well. This is Joe Work. You can follow him on Instagram at Mr. Joe Work. But this is his video for his song "In My Feelings." So let's get into that. This is Joe Work, "In My Feelings."
See, I just wanna love on you, and I don't wanna do too much. You can't have this forever. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. 'Cause
feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Thought I was ready, but I ain't with the shits yet. You wanna love on me, but I ain't done choosing yet. I wanna do it just like I do it. Hit you up on my phone, get dry and do it like I do it. Yeah, got my beach coat on, burn. I'm sipping on the Henny and Patron, yeah. And I ain't stressing about the next nigga. You can't make me cry cause I ain't even in my feelings. See, I just wanna love on you, and I don't wanna do too much. You can't have this forever. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Deep feelings in my chest, I had to let it go, man, I had to reset. Not fucking with people that ain't fucking with me. I don't see it for you, and you don't feel it for me. In my feelings, caught up in the wrong ties. In my feelings, been sipping on the wrong wine. In my feeling, you been fucking with the wrong guy. Man, I thought that this was love, like my ride or die. I pray to God that he bring a change in my life. Thought that all I needed was you by my side. All I need is real love, love. Your love was like my drug, and now I want my heart back. See, I just wanna love on you, and I don't wanna do too much. You can't have this forever. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah. Fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. Cause I be in my feelings, yeah.
Be like, you know, be a little hype right
Hey, everybody loves Jackson! Woo! High! We getting high! We getting high!
All right, and that was Joe Work with In My Feelings. Like I said, definitely a smooth switch from the previous track. Definitely a summertime bop for those who like on that fuck love and want to have a hot boy summer. Found actually another artist I found on IG on I believe it was LGBT Underground, great IG page. Yes, he's actually little facts about Joe Work. He's actually a singer, songwriter, and a dancer, as you saw in the video. He actually has released 7 mixtapes, so very productive. And he's actually working on a new mixtape and an EP. So we're glad to see what comes from him next. Again, that was Joe Work In My Feelings. Come on, Keith Sweat. Okay. Okay. I had a friend once, another artist, that said, don't drag me because I ain't say it. But he said Keith Sweat's voice sounded like a wasp sipping on Hennessy. Oh, can't you can hear it? Can't you hear it? Nobody can love you like me. Keith Sweat, legend, absolute legend. String of hits, classics, all of them, but a unique vocal tone, if we can say that. Singing to a fan, okay, yeah, okay. One of them church fans, one of them fans try to keep from splitting the deaf in church, yeah, I can see that. Everybody, but again, legend, box for days, respect, but tone's your tone, just still. But Grammy winner, absolutely. One of the members of LSG, Levert Sweat and Gill, with rest in peace to Gerald Levert, another fine man, yes indeed, a thickum. Praise God. I mean, but anyway, going back to the subject of biopics, other great gay news this week. Guess who's getting a biopic? Cher. Now, who's gonna play that woman? Because bitch, people gonna be like, that's a whole other just like, who the fuck is gonna play Cher? I have no idea. Like, I mean, throw me some names. Let's talk it out. Let's work out our anxieties. Someone online mentioned damn, who did they say? It said I can't think of the name of it. I can't think of her name. That is a tough one because, like, Cher is like, you can maybe get the look down. There's like a certain energy about Cher. It's like that. It's like on one hand she's like so confident, the other hand she's like just don't give a fuck. Tracy. I mean, she may have been doing this because I'm sure she's known Cher for like 1,000 years because like her Cher and Diana Ross used to hang out back in the day, like to the point where Cher used to call her Diane. That's how you know it's real. She called her Diane, not Diana, but Diane. Oh yeah, probably for a Blackish episode. Yeah, I think it had to be an unknown because I can't see anybody like known playing her because it's like, because she's so specific that if anybody was to play her, it would be it'd be hard to have a known actress play her unless they get her just really disappear into like being Cher. Cher herself. I mean, she got the her surgeon is blessed with them hands because why not? Mama's 75, but she don't look it. I'm just saying. She is well preserved. But I don't know who. I think it would have to be an unknown to play Cher because I can't think anything about off the top of my head. Because like I said, she's so specific and she's so Benjamin Button. Yeah. She is very specific in terms of like not just the look, but also like the personality and just how she comes across. It's like not everybody you can't necessarily just plop a known actress in that role and have her do that and have it be believable. But yeah, I guess if the movie is being announced now, it probably won't come out until I would think about 2022, which means it would also be competing with the Madonna biopic that's being made as well. So, it's a choose one. You gonna watch? What you gonna do opening weekend? You gonna watch Magic? You gonna watch Cher? But personally, for me, just in terms of who I listen to more, I would watch Madonna one first, and then go back and watch Cher. But but yeah, it'd be interesting to see who they choose, and again, the same question with the Madonna one, or even with either of the other divas we named, Mariah or May, or whoever. Her career at this point has been, been almost 60 years since I Got You Babe broke and all that. So that's a very long timeline to try to cover. So they probably need to focus on something because if you try to speed through everything, it's gonna be like everybody gonna be like, what the fuck, because it's so much. So yeah. Yeah, again, a series, yeah, because it's a lot. Like it's over 50 years at this point that she's been around. So that I mean, even her behind the music was like an hour and a half, I think. So, um, so yeah, it may need to be a series. Or again, if it's going to be a biopic, maybe 2.5 hours. Again, or they could take if they want to take the Ray route, as I call it, and just focus on like kind of the most active years, the ones that everybody knows about. You can focus on years with Sunny, her being on her own, her trying to be an actress, and then like her like maybe like winning an Oscar, was it for Moonstruck, I guess. And then like the final part could be like her and Sunny reuniting, but I think they reunited on like David Letterman or something. And then that could be like the final scene, like they cut to like the epilogue. But then again, you leaving out like 30 plus years. You're leaving out, other stuff. So, well, almost 30, yeah, 30 plus years. Yeah, you're leaving out things even with that. So, it depends on what ground I'm going to cover. I think she will go deep because Cher's always been very just like, ta-da, like here it is. Like I am who I am. I don't apologize for it. I don't care. I'll say what I want. I do what I want. I live how I want, and y'all just have to deal with it. So I think she will go deep in that sense of like not caring about appearing, not caring too much about how she comes off. I mean, clearly she's very. I'm clear she's a brand, and there's things to consider, but I don't think she would. I think she would err more on the side of Chyna than Aretha to reference my last my last show in terms of like how much she'll disclose. I think she'll be more open about things, in her life and how things happened. Oh, okay, yeah, 9,000 shares. Okay, all right, yeah. Maybe okay, like 60 share, and then like 70 share, and like 80 share, and like 90 share and stuff. Oh, hmm. It'd be uh, it could be interesting. Hmm. I can see that. Queen show. Queen show. I haven't watched Queen on Netflix actually. Not from my TV. Uh, oh, but okay, I changed actor side. Okay, and that may be interesting. But again, I think she's gonna go for the more traditional movie route. So and if it's traditional movie route, then they may then they'll probably just stick with one or two actors. Maybe it'd be really really young Cher be one actress. Then like 20 30 Cher could be a different actress, and then they probably like age her up until maybe present day Cher. I'm not it depends on how far they want to go with it. You know, so all them shares, all them shares, yes. But see how they go. And then last but certainly not least, of course, A&E is doing A&E in partnership with the diva herself. They're doing a 4-part thing. I think it's a documentary on Janet Jackson. So A&E is, which again, for someone who for someone like Janet who doesn't really who is very private. I think that's a pretty big deal to do like a 4-part documentary about like her recent years, I believe. I think it's about definitely like the last maybe 10, 15 years of career. So, Aretha, I don't know. What Aretha, I just saw like a longer trailer for it this week, with Jennifer Hudson. Gabrielle Union's uh, I don't think that would work well with Gabrielle Union as Black 80s Cher. I mean, it could work as like a comic sketch, but I don't think it'd be in the movie. Well, speaking of sketches, is anybody else watching a Black Lady sketch show? We'll get back to Aretha in a minute. Is anybody else watching a Black Lady sketch show? Yes, very, 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 very funny. If you're not watching it, you should be watching it because it's really good. It's even better than the first season. The first season was great. Really good skits. They had the one about the Old Testament women, and they're complaining about eating fish, loaves and fishes and stuff. And Mary Magdalene coming over there to store shade at them. That was good stuff. But back to Aretha. It hasn't come out yet. Now I saw a longer trailer a couple of days ago. And it looks promising with Jennifer Hudson. Of course she can sing, and Aretha wanted her to play her, so that counts. And and she has the cadence of her voice down some. I guess the challenge is will she oh, Phoebe, yes, Phoebe does do the most on what we call it, on the Play Sketch Show. But I do wonder, will we be able to separate Jennifer Hudson and Mystery really like disappear into Aretha? Because now, it's taking so long for the movie to come out that I'm going to compare it to the 4-part docu-series that came on National Geographic, I believe, with Cynthia Erivo, which that was a very good, series, because they took you through Aretha being from a young girl all the way up to, I think it was like the late 90s. And because they spread it out over 4 nights, they had the time to really take you through each part of her career. And they would kind of flash back at certain points, like her childhood, things like that. And they definitely didn't sugarcoat anything. And maybe the reason why they didn't do that is because it was unauthorized. The state knew about it, and they didn't necessarily raise too much of a fuss about it, but it wasn't an official biopic like the one with Jennifer Hudson would be. So now they have to kind of compete with that, because that came on recently, and now the new movie, I guess, is about to come out or will come out soon. So I'm gonna watch it, but I can't say I won't not compare it to Cynthia's portrayal of Aretha, because she did a good job of it, too. So yeah, that's happening. But yeah, but speaking of Gabrielle was on the Black Lady Sketch Show last episode with she was on Black Table Talk with the Hoteptress. But yeah, but let's see what else we have to cover. We did our biopics, we did our music, we did our TV. I think that's pretty much everything. Okay, last bit. This is something, if you open your 90s R&B, you'll get into this. Apparently, so a few weeks ago, I guess about a few weeks ago now, Candy from Escape was doing an interview about just, I guess, on the radio show about her career and different artists that she's worked with, and they asked, like, what was like your worst experience with an artist, and she said it was Boyz II Men, and she says because they were doing a song together for one of their albums, and everything was all fine and good until they talked about the splits of the song they were writing, and she basically was saying, but she didn't go all in depth to it. I think the first time she mentioned it, she had said that it wasn't a great experience, but she still had respect for them, and she still thought they were talented, thought they were great, but it just wasn't a great experience. Then the diva of the group, Wanye, had did his own interview with somebody else, and he was basically saying, like, well, she just got her. He tried to make it sound like she just got her feelings about the whole thing, because his argument was, well, we came from the school of, if we all writing a song together, everything just split down the middle 50-50, and she just got all upset about that, and then he tried to shade her voice and her career, whatever else, like a housewife or whatever, but get your peach, Wanye. So then Candy responded earlier this week, I believe, in a longer video. Basically, she was saying that she basically broke her argument down and broke his argument down bit by bit, saying no, that wasn't the case. The actual case was she had already prepared the first song that she had for them, because it was 2 songs that were on that album. She's prepared. She had written most of the first song and kind of arranged a lot of it. And they came in, they kind of asked some stuff, and she said it was just Wanye and I think Mike, the bassist. So she said was nice, the bass singer, and I think it was I want to say Sean. I can't think of the other guy's name, but the guy who had the high top with the glasses. And so she said that at some point they got into talking about splits, and that's when the whole mood changed. They're like, "Oh, you want to talk about splits? Like talking about splits?" And then she said, "Well, yeah." And she was just like, she was approaching this as handling business as she should and as she was doing. And so then they agreed to some sort of split, and then they left. And she says they got her manager on the phone and was like, we thought about that. We ain't gonna do no 25 split. We gonna actually do a 10% split. She get 10%, and I don't know how she gonna fix her mouth. Say she want to split. She should be happy to work with us. dun, 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 like that. And so, of course, she was upset. Her manager just tried to, mediate the situation and say, well, let's sort out the next day. Next day comes, she's at the studio. She hears them trying to, I guess, buzzing themselves in. She goes to open the door for them. They walk past her and don't say a word. Then they tell her manager that they don't want her in the studio. They only want Shakespeare, who she wrote with. Probably pronounced that wrong, but Shakespeare, who she wrote a lot of songs with and produced with, and that's it, to do the vocals for both the songs. Now she still got paid for it and all that, and she still got her credit and all the chances that she wanted, but still, like, I mean, damn, like. And then on top, and you know what, and some people might say, well, she probably just said because she did it, but you know who else had something to say about them? Dallas Austin. If you pull up an interview he did with Vlad TV, he had a story where he said that he worked with them on their first album. Was it Motown Philly? I believe was the first album. That was a song on the first album. He worked with them on their first album. He said, they were cool and everything was fine. And then after the first album blew up and they came back to work on the second album, totally different attitude. They'd be coming in and just bragging about all the awards they won and everything else. And then the top off, this is the thing that blew my mind. He says that Babyface had a song for them, and that song was "I'll Make Love to You." He came in, he played them the song right there in front of them, and then they just was like, "See, this is what we need to do with ourselves." Like, I don't like that song. You know what I'm talking about? To Babyface, 290s era Babyface. Babyface had wrote that mastermind of the entire Win Jake Sale soundtrack, wrote I'm Your Baby Tonight, wrote Baby for TLC, wrote Take a Bow and Do It with Madonna on it. That Babyface, that era of Babyface. Even now he's still Babyface, but at that time, like, untouchable Babyface. Like the fuck. I mean, so yeah. So I'm able to believe Candy, and also the fact that Candy isn't the type to just kind of seek out drama, and and she just doesn't. So the way she broke it down, like, yeah, I can see that. So divas. Anyway, so that's the last bit of a little dish. So let's get into our last artist of the night. Last artist of the night is artist, again, I found on IG. Actually, the initial way I found him was through a song he did with 7 Deep called "Get High." They collaborated. He's a great artist, a great R&B artist. Let's get into Johnny, and this is from his latest album, EP Fragile. And this song is called Issues. Let's get into Johnny, Issues.
Two sides, there's truth and there's lies. You're so traumatized that you deny yourself. You gotta be careful what you pray for, 'cause you just might get it. What you ask for, you will receive. Generations filled with pain. I see why you're this way. Don't mean that you have to dream me the way that you do. You gotta face it before I can replace it. 'Cause there is no room, space, or time. I'm starting to lose my mind, trying to say you. Won't you reach out? Reach out. Don't say you love me. Cause you can't figure out all of your issues. 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 Yeah.
All right, and that was Johnny with Issues. Again, great track from his album, his EP, Fragile. You follow him on Instagram. That's how I found him at. And like I said, the initial connection I found with him was from a previous interview guest, Seven Deep. They collaborated on a track called Get High. So that's also on the EP as well. So you can follow him. That is Johnny with Issues. Real quick, I realized I just misread a comment earlier from Kiki Beniki about Gabrielle Union. I said it was thought he said Black 80s Cher, but I meant to say he actually said they actually said Janet, which would be kind of cool. But you know, because Gabrielle is ageless, but you know, 80s Janet may need a slightly younger person. I could see if they want to, you know, she may not want to be that associated with her in terms of image. Normani could be like 80s Janet if she wanted to be, you know, because clearly she, you know, is in that same vein of like heavy duty choreography. That could be a fun one. I'm not sure how they're gonna portray Janet's documentary. I'm thinking that they'll do like more of a standard like archival footage and mixed with like, you know, new interviews, things like that. I don't know if they're gonna do like a whole act out, you know, certain moments of her life. That could be, which could be, you know, that could be a different take on if they wanted to. But you know, I'm thinking they would go more the standard sort of route, you know, depending on, you know. Oh, you meant Cher? Oh, Cher and Janet. Oh, okay. Gabrielle, 80s Janet, yeah, 80s Cher. I don't know. Yeah, I think 80s Cher could be who could be 80s Cher? 80s Cher. Who could be 80s Cher? Trying to think. I mean, you gotta have the big hair, of course, and the tattoos, and you know, the scandalous outfits. Oh, Gabrielle, like, oh, Janae Gabrielle, like, hey Janae, that Gabrielle from the game. Uh, maybe I don't know. I'm trying to think 80 because 80s Cher, you know, that's its own look. I mean, each decade is kind of its own look, but I don't know. I'm trying to, like I said, they would have to cast unknown, I think, for Cher or someone who isn't very well known, because it's like she's, because you know, that big of a personality, but a known actress that could, you know, it would just be hard to separate or to really to suspend disbelief, you know, if it's like a really famous actress playing Cher. But then again, you know, Nicole Kidman's playing Lucy, so you got that going. But then again, Lucy's been gone for a long time, so maybe that affects it as well. I mean, you know, if they want to get like a dead ringer for Lucy, you know, we already know who that is. That's Dipper Messon as Lucy. I mean, I've seen Nicole Kidman as Lucy. I'm talking about Dipper Messing as Lucy would be a good match as Lucy. Okay, Blanchett as Lucy. Oh, Jane Kowalski. No, indeed. I can't see Jane. I mean, love Jane, you know, but I can't see her playing playing Cher or Lucy. Well, Lucy, I don't know. Lucy, Kate as Lucy. What I can't. I'm trying because Kate Blanchett doesn't immediately come to mind in terms of the image, you know, for me. I know the name, but I have to really see the face. But as far as looks, Deborah Messing is she probably looks most like Lucy modern day, I would say, compared to anybody else. But like, again, looks aren't always a guarantee that the role will be right, because you think about, you know, what's love got to do with Angela Bassett? Didn't look anything like Tina Turner, but she did a great job with it. So there you go. You have act, and then so you have an actress that looks like a dead ringer for somebody, and the performance could be terrible. Or even even with Lady Sings the Blues, Diana Ross, like anything like Billie Holiday, with there you go. What? See, Tilda, now you playing in our face. Tilda Swinton. Looks yeah, I don't think she couldn't. I don't think she could transform like that to Lucy. Trying to think who else was going on. But just really quickly. Again, any artist that wants to submit their videos or wants to possibly do an interview, you can submit your videos, your links, and your information to me at afrosensei@gmail.com. That's afrosensei@gmail.com. Any link in the video links, any bio pics, any bio or any pictures you have, so where information goes for the show. That way we can get the proper promo together if you put you on the show and show your video. And anybody in the comments too, if you have any artists that you know of that you like and have videos that you want to share them with me, you could again send to afrosensei@gmail.com, and we can check them out and maybe have one on the next show or the show after that. Next show will be in Pride Month. Will be the Pride Month for the next show. Will be on June the 4th. So that'll be our next show. Any parting comments before we wrap up the show about anything? So talked about Cher, talked about Aretha, talked about Wonder Years, talked about Lil Jon. What else we got? And new for me. Well, right now, the main thing promoted is B-side blues. That's the main new thing right now as far as projects go. You should just pushing that, promoting that for the time being, and then of course got the next single after that. That'll be happening as far as a lyric video first, and a live video afterwards for the next single. Next single is very much in the kind of a R&B disco sort of vein, just to give a little hint about that. So, and the video will definitely have that image. So, just a little preview. So that's coming up next as well. And then follow me, Afro Sensei on Instagram. I usually post not every day, usually every other day. Maybe try to go live more too, to talk about stuff, or just to play unreleased stuff and things like that. So, but again, if you have any artists you know of that you want to share with me, or either send them or send their links to me at afrosensei@gmail.com. Again, it's afrosensei@gmail.com. So I guess until June the 4th, just signing out. We'll see you then. So have a good night. Thanks everybody for watching. So good night.